Welcome back, Terrifics, to your live continuing coverage of CES Unveiled 2015 on BeTerrific, only on BeTerrific. This is a special edition of the Michael Artsis Show. I'm Michael Artsis. You are the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. At BeTerrific TV on all social media. You want to hit us up with some feedback, old school style, how about email, connect@beterrific.com. And, of course, you can join our Slack chat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you, us, and the rest of the Terrifics in real-time conversation. When we're on air, we'll sneak your questions and comments on air to our guests. So join the Slack chat, beterrific.com/Slack. Find all our archives on beterrific.com and our YouTube page, youtube.com/beterrifictv. We're having a lot of fun here at CES Unveiled. We're an official media partner of CES 2016. We can't wait for that. And the fun's already started here. A lot of young, innovative companies. I think the next company that we have up is something really, really exciting and special. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me about, this is Sphere. The Sphere, what does it do? It looks like it's got a camera on it. And
so it's essentially a home monitoring system all in one. We call it a smart sphere, and it's kind of a plug-and-play model. So a base unit's going to come with a camera, a couple sensors, but you can expand it depending on how paranoid you are about your home environment.
Paranoid, like if a paranoid scale is 1 to 10, I'm always a 10.
So to be curious about if your smoke alarm is going off or what your pet is getting into, the trash, or that kind of paranoid's fine. That's pretty typical. We get a lot of people who also want to expand to humidity sensors, temperature sensors.
That's me. I'm always like, it's too dry, it's too humid, I don't know what's going on.
I know,
I
it
need
just
the
wreaks
data.
havoc on the sinuses.
It does.
So this really, we expanded on it because right now, home monitoring systems, especially camera-based ones, you mount them on a wall and you adjust the angle by hand, or you have to get multiple units. Whereas this one, you can actually drive around.
That's what I was going to say. It's a ball.
Yeah,
so you just drive it around.
So
it's the Sphere sensor. So it's a sphere. It just...
Yeah, so it's Wi-Fi enabled, so you can access it from your tablet, from your phone, from the office, or from the bar, wherever you may be. And
the bar, that's where you usually find me.
Yep,
Yeah.
and then wake it
When
up.
by the way, that's when I'm worried about the humidity, when I'm at the bar.
It's always at the bar when you wonder if you left the oven on.
Yeah.
It's when it sets in.
That's actually a very good point. You're like 6 in and you're like,
wait
a second.
I wonder if I closed the fridge door.
I was in such a rush to get here. Did I turn the stove off when I left?
But yeah, so you can wake it up and drive it around. You can freak out the cat if you're on vacation if you want.
That's what I would like to do. Yeah.
It's really fun, and you can also.
You have any cats? I don't have any cats.
I don't have any cats. I'm a dog person.
I'm a dog person. I don't like cats. I'm not a cat guy. I mean, they're nice. I'll pet them. I don't want them.
They're nice because they're so self-sufficient.
Yeah.
But.
What kind of dog do you have?
A Boston Terrier.
Very nice. What, guy or a girl?
Girl.
What's her name?
Lily.
Oh, that's cute.
So
How old is she?
She's a snarky little. She's cuddly, and then she turns into wanting to play tug of war and fetch in about 2.5 seconds.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then you can monitor when you're not home. Like you're here. You're from Dallas, Texas now.
Yeah.
By way of Austin.
Yep.
The pride of Austin, Texas.
Yep. I didn't say that.
And so you can monitor Lily right now.
So you can the dock where it charges. It's wireless.
How long does it last on a charge, by the way?
An hour.
Okay.
But it really doesn't need much more than that because the dock where it rests, you can drive it off of it. So to drive it off and on the dock whenever you need to use it, or you're wondering if the yard guy got there or if your mail got to the door.
Right.
So from that point of view, it's really nice because you can access it from your phone, from your tablet, from your PC.
Does it still give you the data when it's charging? So, like, could I get humidity and
yes? So it has cloud storage.
Wow.
So all of those things, the humidity, the gas emissions. Another thing to note is that it will send you push notifications if something were to occur, like your fire alarm or smoke detector would go off.
See, I'm super paranoid. Once I came home, though, and the fire department was at my place, and I just drove off and went to dinner. and
you
so,
just said, I'll let them deal with it.
Yeah, I had dinner with a friend, and they were like, wait, what? I don't understand. Don't you want to go to your place? And I'm like, well, what can I do? I'm not going to help them fight the fire.
Yeah, I don't have enough booze to feed all the fire department.
Yeah, they drink a lot. Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to stand out there and applaud? Give me an F. Give me a D. You know, what was I going to do? So I just said.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
So.
But that's the case where I'm like, look, I'm safe. Everything's safe. I'm just going to go have dinner, and if I come back and have no place, like, I'm not going to worry. I can't do anything.
It's kind of
about
out of your hands at that point.
Right. That's what I decided.
But at least you can know what happens.
Right. So you were saying, so that's a perfect example.
Well, another thing I wanted to elaborate on is, of course, initially we're going to go for the consumer market, especially those who are concerned with, you know, monitoring their home. Mostly millennials.
Have you had cats chase this, by the way? Do they like paw
Dogs love it.
Yeah.
And we actually get a lot of questions from people asking if we've created a product just for dogs because they want to play with their dog when they're at the office because dogs love them.
Yeah.
We haven't developed out that vertical yet, and I think we would need to create the casing a little tougher. But it's an interesting thought, and it's depending on how much dog owners want to pay to monitor their pet away from home.
Right.
But I mean, the other verticals we're looking into on the subject of fire departments are first responders. So a lot of times when firemen arrive to a scene, they don't know if they're going to walk into a house that's about to explode because of the gas levels. So you could just roll this in. It'll take a reading on that. It'll take a temperature reading. Police with hostage situations.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
What if you could actually, though, also, what if I could say, okay, you know what? There's a fire at my house. The smoke detector went off. I'm going to send my data to the fire department, and they could do a gas reading and all that stuff. I think the gas reading is the best because everybody goes, you smell gas?
Yeah, because no one can smell it.
Did you know that gas has no smell in your house, that they actually put that smell in so you'll know?
Yep. And so for that, I mean, that reason alone, it's pretty invaluable.
And then the fire department could roll one in even and test. I like that. And then I like hostage situations.
Yeah. And
I mean, I don't like hostage situations.
Well,
I like that you could use it as a tool.
You can just drive it in.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's like other B2B markets that we could explore, like home inspections.
Very cool.
There's always, you picture that one guy crawling through an air duct where he could just kind of roll this through it, and it'll take video footage of all the dents and creases and cracks.
That's very cool.
Plumbers.
How much is it?
So right now, this is a prototype, actually.
Okay.
We're launching our Indiegogo campaign in January, leading up to the CES Awards in Las Vegas, which will be present. This is a prototype. We have 3. We're looking.
Don't drop it.
Nah.
How'd you get involved with the company?
They're pretty resilient. I actually work for the company that invested in their company, Tech Wildcatters. It's based out of Dallas. It's a tech startup accelerator.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. How'd you? I mean, don't take this the wrong way. You look very young, which is a great thing. I wouldn't expect you to be, I mean, I imagine that this tech accelerator is basically a venture capital or a private equity firm, right?
It's exactly that.
And so usually the people that they have that come in and work with these companies have a little bit of gray hair, let's say. I don't think you have any.
We have plenty of those types. So we're actually mentor based. We have 6 employees, which is relatively small because we have 105 portfolio companies that we have to manage and keep up with. But we also rope in our pool of mentors and investors. In order to become an investor, you also have to agree to be a mentor. We also have plenty of sponsors who help out our startups and keep them afloat. So they're attracted to Dallas because
Dallas is a hotbed.
It's a hotbed, it's growing, and it's so much easier to live leaner longer than in other places. It's a lot cheaper. The cost of living's a lot lower.
And the Mavs.
Plus the Mavs. We actually hosted our last pitch day at the American Airlines Center.
Wow.
So our 12-week program, which is mentor-driven, culminates in a pitch day. We have it every year. And the last one was at the American Airlines Center, like I mentioned.
Wow. So you go from the parent company or the investment arm into this company. That's amazing.
Well, I mean, we have skin in the game with these companies. We want to make sure that they succeed and help them and do whatever we can to ensure they succeed. So when our staff isn't too busy keeping up the other 104 companies, we'll sometimes accompany one of our companies to an event like this.
But that's what people don't realize. That's what venture capital does. That's what private equity does. They get involved in many levels of the company. It's not just money.
Yep.
It's getting involved. It's boots on the ground. It's lending experience, lending knowledge, know-how. A lot of times they'll place their own CEO or their own people in the company to get it off the ground.
Yeah, so, and that's what I think has made our models as successful as it is, because in order for our investors and our sponsors and our mentors to get involved, they have skin in the game. They have an interest in seeing these companies succeed. We have an interest. We have equity in them. So
are you a Longhorn?
No, I'm actually a Bear.
Wow.
I'm a Baylor Bear.
Wow,
Sick
very
'em.
nice. And then how did you get involved in the financial sector, in the financial field, and private equity and all that? How did you get involved?
So while I was at Baylor, I actually interned with the incubator run through the school, and they were focused on helping engineering students or finance students or entrepreneurship students get their idea off the ground. Typically they wouldn't fund them, but they would offer them resources. So that was my introduction to the world. I was a PR marketing major. I had to get an internship. I looked at which internships were paid, and that's how I came across the world.
Wow.
And then upon graduation, when I knew I wanted to move to Dallas, Tech Wildcatters has made a pretty big name for itself, especially in the North Texas region. So I scheduled a meeting with the woman who's now my boss, and I said, I just want to meet with you and see what the scene is like here. I want to move here. So after meeting with her, she said, you know, I like you, and we're not hiring yet, but I think I want to hire someone soon. So why don't you shadow me for 2 weeks, and if we like each other at the end of it, then there might be a job for you.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
So the extender's watching. He says he loves the product. How much is it going to be?
I'm sorry?
The guy in our chat room named the Extender, he's watching. He wants to know how much it's going to be.
So for the base model, it'll probably be $200.
Okay.
Which is kind of in that same market as like Nest and Canary, the products offered by them. Although from there, like I said, it's like a plug and play model. So if you wanted to add more sensors, more cameras, more microphones, each little component, each little quadrant
it's modular.
It's a module.
That's amazing.
It can be removed and replaced. There's also some customizable options, like different colors, a harder casing in case you're worried about the family pet getting to it.
Or dropping it off a counter because maybe, like, I don't know why.
You had it on the counter.
Yeah. Well, no, I was thinking like if you put it on the counter, that might be a good starting point. Or like had it on a mount and then it could drop off of that. Like that's where the charging is.
Yeah.
It drops off of that, but how would it get back up the wall without you being home? I don't know. It was half-baked. That was totally a half-baked idea.
We are actually looking into, we get asked a lot how, if it can jump, you know, in case it gets stuck, in case it needs to go up a stair.
Yeah, what if it gets stuck?
So we're looking into building out something to where there will be like a little robotic arm, so to speak, in a little module that will spring out.
Wow.
In case like it needed to overcome like a little obstacle.
That's
of some
amazing.
sign.
You guys are like thinking of everything. That's pretty nuts.
Well, when we put them through the program, they sit in front of investors and mentors, and they get rotten tomatoes thrown at them, and they get their idea picked apart. So they have to think of everything.
Wow.
They have to think of alternatives, solutions. So when they actually come to market, which is slated to be in 2016 December, they want to have the best product possible.
It seems like a long way away, but it's really a short way away. Is there going to be a price on the cloud too, or is the cloud part going to be free, or you guys don't know yet?
So we're working on it.
Yeah.
The cloud, it depends on the security you want as well. Because another main concern is people ask, can someone hack into this and drive it around my home and get video footage of my home? So we're looking into making the cloud component as secure as possible to where only you can access it from your device.
Sure. Very cool. And the site is spheresensor.com?
SensorSphere.
SensorSphere.
Yeah, SensorSphere.com.
SensorSphere.com. I got something for you. It's a parting gift.
Ooh.
Greg, toss me one of those Electro kids.
What is it a troll doll?
It's, well, toss me another one. Give me one more. Let's do it. 3 for $1.
Here, I'll help you. I'll help you. Group effort.
Here we go. There you go. All right, let me explain this to you. This is an Electro Kid, and it's not a troll. Wowie makes it. Wowie gets very upset when you say that. But it's a very cool little doll.
Electro Kid.
Yeah, it sits on your desk, and when you play music, its hair moves. So if you
my
ever have a bad day,
gosh.
which is probably hard to imagine, but if you ever have a bad day, you play some music because that's going to get you in a good mood, right? And the hair
This
moves.
is so cool.
And how can you not smile?
Oh, I love it. And I got
Excellent.
my favorite color. I'm
Yes.
glad
Well,
that tossed
That's
made
why
it to
we had
me.
to do it. Yeah, absolutely. That is a Wowie Electro Kid. It's wowie.com. It's also available in Toys R Us, Target, and it's a great stocking stuffer.
Cool.
Yeah.
All my coworkers will be jealous.
They definitely will. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for
by.
having me. It was
And
great meeting you.
It was great to meet you, and I look forward to seeing you at CES.
Yeah, of course.
It's
I'll
going to
be
be a
there.
lot of fun. We're an official media partner. All right, we'll be back with a whole lot more. Your live continuing CES Unveiled 2015 coverage here in New York City, only on BeTerrific. I'm Michael Artsis. This is a special edition of the Michael Artsis Show. You are the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.